When women focus on yourself and stay silent, everything falls into place. When a woman finally decides to focus on herself and stay silent, everything in her life begins to fall into place. Silence is not weakness, it's power. It's the moment you stop explaining, stop reacting, and stop allowing others to drain your peace. When you remain quiet, people can no longer read your emotions or control your energy. You start moving with calm confidence, just like Evy Poumpouras teaches, letting silence speak louder than words. Focusing on yourself is the most powerful act of self-respect. When your attention shifts inward, your energy becomes magnetic. You begin to glow differently. Your goals become clearer, and suddenly the noise around you doesn't matter anymore. You're not chasing attention or validation. You're mastering yourself. Detachment becomes your strength. You observe more and absorb less. You stop being emotionally available to every situation and start responding from wisdom, not impulse. That's how you protect your peace and power. Growth, after all, doesn't happen in noise. It happens in silence. It's in the moments you pull back, work privately, and heal quietly that you become unstoppable. The world doesn't need to see your process. It will witness your results. When you stop chasing, you start attracting. The energy you used to spend proving your worth now builds your value. People notice your stillness, your composure, your mystery, and they respect it. Everything begins to align naturally: your relationships, your opportunities, your mindset. When a woman focuses on herself and embraces silence, she steps into her highest form, graceful, grounded, and untouchable. The power of silence. When women focus on themselves, everything falls into place. There comes a moment in every woman's life when she realizes that her greatest transformation begins the moment she stops chasing, explaining, or proving herself. When she chooses silence over reaction, peace over drama, and growth over validation, everything starts to fall into place. Silence, for a woman, isn't a sign of weakness or submission. It's a declaration of inner strength. It's the calm after learning that not every opinion deserves a response, not every battle deserves a fight, and not every person deserves access to your energy. As Evy Poumpouras says, power isn't loud, it's controlled. The woman who stays composed and focused commands more respect than the one who constantly seeks to be understood. When a woman decides to focus on herself, she begins to channel her energy inward, into her growth, her dreams, and her peace. This shift is transformative because where focus goes, energy flows. Instead of pouring energy into convincing others of her worth, she invests it in becoming the best version of herself. She starts setting boundaries, prioritizing her goals, and nurturing her emotional well-being. Slowly, she begins to radiate a new kind of confidence, one that doesn't depend on attention but stems from alignment. She becomes magnetic, not because she's trying to attract, but because she's glowing from within. People notice this energy, they can sense her composure and strength, and that's the beauty of self-focus. The more she chooses herself, the more the world aligns with her new frequency. Silence plays a crucial role in this transformation. In silence, she gains clarity. In silence, she finds her center. It's in the quiet moments that she realizes who she truly is, not who the world told her to be. She stops reacting emotionally to every trigger and learns the art of observation. She understands that not every question needs an answer, and not every insult needs a defense. Silence becomes her protection, her power move, her form of peace. Evy Poumpouras often teaches that emotional control is one of the highest forms of self-mastery, and silence is the foundation of that control. When a woman no longer allows external chaos to disturb her inner calm, she becomes unshakable. Focusing on oneself also teaches detachment, the ability to care deeply without losing yourself. Detachment isn't about coldness, it's about emotional intelligence. It means you can love, support, and engage with others without letting their behavior dictate your peace. You stop absorbing negativity, gossip, and unnecessary drama. You learn that you can observe without reacting. You can choose peace even when provoked. This kind of discipline elevates a woman from being reactive to being reflective, and in that space, her decisions become wiser, her relationships become healthier, and her confidence becomes unbreakable. Growth, true growth, happens in private, away from noise, comparison, and validation. The woman who retreats to silence is not disappearing, she's rebuilding. She's healing, learning, and realigning with her purpose. Every quiet season leads to a stronger comeback. People may think she's distant, but she's actually evolving. The less she explains, the more she grows. The less she posts, the more she transforms. Her power is not in being seen, it's in being centered. When she returns to the world, her energy speaks louder than words ever could. And finally, when a woman stops chasing, everything she once wanted starts to find her. Love, respect, success, peace. They all flow naturally to the woman who is aligned with herself. She no longer begs for attention, her presence commands it. She no longer fights for recognition, her results prove it. This is the ultimate transformation. The moment a woman realizes that silence is her strategy and self-focus is her superpower. When she learns to sit quietly, mind her business, and focus on her evolution, life begins to unfold in her favor. Everything she once thought she needed to control starts falling perfectly into place.